Now, it was a Monday, and you know what they say about Mondays. And a bad day was trying to have me. Notice I did not say that I was having a bad day, but that a bad day was trying to have me. So I'm fighting this bad day because why be in a bad mood? And I step out the door and I use a service called Metro Access, which is a service for senior citizens and people with various challenges, and they provide an affordable mode of transportation to and fro throughout the DMV, the District of Columbia, Maryland, and Virginia. So I'm stepping out the door to go in the van, and this mood is trying to permeate me. It's trying to make me not be happy. And all of a sudden I hear, Baba C! And I look, and the driver is just full of smiles. And the driver is coming toward me, and the driver is going, Papa C, Papa C, Papa C. I remember when you came to my school when I was in 5th grade. And the driver was in training. She had a daughter in 5th grade. And she remembered the stories that I told when she was in the 5th grade. And now she wanted me to come to her daughter's school and tell stories. But wait, there's more. Her trainer came around from the behind the van and said, "Oh, Bubba C, how you doing?" Turns out her trainer was someone I'd known for at least 2 decades, and he was not surprised to see me there, but he was very glad that my presence made his trainee even happier for the day. Because let me tell you, driving a van for Metro Access is not easy. You got to be part driver, part therapist, you got to be a lot of parts. In fact, I would say that driving a van for Metro Access, the whole is greater than the parts. But anyhow, that's what got me, that she remembered me. And her memory brightened up her whole day and made her learning to be a Metro Access driver a little less arduous. But you know what it did? It brightened my day up. It made me have a happy day. It made my day, and my day was just beginning. That is the power of storytelling. That is the power of storytelling. I remember once telling stories in a bookstore, go figure, and there was a little boy sitting and he was listening to everything I said. And then after everybody else had dispersed, he looked at me, he said, "You know, I love the way you tell stories, but the next time I see you, I'm going to tell you a story." Well, some time passed. In fact, more than a year or so passed. And then one day, I think it was back at that same bookstore, and I told stories. And when everybody else left, he said, "Remember the last time I saw you, I told you that the next time I see you, I'm going to tell you a story?" Guess what? He did. Stories have power. They have power we may not even imagine or think of at the time. One last thing. I have, and this comes from a godson and a former student of mine, only he doesn't say he's my former student. So I'll just say it comes from 2 mentor of mine. So this is what they do. They told me that sometimes when they have a challenge, or sometimes when they're tempted to do something that's not cool, or sometimes when they have a situation and they don't know what to do, they ask themselves this question: what would Baba C do? What would Baba C do? Because they think about the stories that I taught them and the adventures they had with me in learning how to tell stories and traveling with me as youth ambassadors to various schools. That is the power of stories. This is the power of stories. Ashe, ashe, ashe.